Yes, guys, hope you're well. It is now day 4, I believe, of the GymShark66 challenge. Did my meditation and my reading today as usual. I feel like that's the sort of easiest part. It doesn't really require any outside effort. The meditation is just sit in the same spot for 10 minutes and sort of just sit in silence with no. For me, like the additional rule is I sit in silence and no phones around me, so it kind of hits home the point where actually meditating and actually being present in the moment. And obviously reading the same book, Your Next 5 Moves by Patrick Bet-David. If you haven't seen episode 1 and 2 of the Gymshark challenge, go check them out as well, because I talk a bit more in detail about what I'm reading at the moment. The hardest bit today was the workout. Yesterday did a unnecessarily way too long workout. It shouldn't have taken that long. But obviously ahead of the reason why some of the games got called off today, obviously one because of weather, and there was a bit of a mix up in arranging the game that would have happened today. But so I was on the phone sorting it out, but I was still there. I was still present in the workout, just obviously on call whilst doing it, and then obviously rest times are ridiculously long. But got through the workout, and I think the 5 sets of pull-ups got to me. I can barely, like every area in my traps and like my middle back is very sore at the minute. I've got football tomorrow in the evening, which I'm hoping is okay, because I did do deadlifts yesterday, and the last time I did that, I kept cramping. My lower back kept spasming the right word, or cramping up. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that doesn't happen for tomorrow. But yeah, 2 videos in one day. You guys are very, very lucky. Well, technically it was before 12 o'clock when I posted it, but then I was still editing it in that time. It only went up earlier today. But yeah, other than that, how am I feeling? Hard to tell. Like I definitely go in and out of moods. I think I've noticed that if you don't have a routine, everything just gets you set off. Like this whole holiday period has been so relaxed to a point where it's like there's no restriction. So, but then, and no routine. So there's no structure. So you kind of just do whatever you want, really. So for me, like, especially my only holiday time is Christmas. Every other holiday outside of Christmas is always like the half-term breaks, the Easter breaks when kids go off on holiday. So I don't really have work, so I have to kind of find work. Because obviously coaching isn't a full-time job for me at the moment. It's more sort of I pick and choose when I want to work, etc. So it's been a bit. It's definitely a break deserved, but 100% looking forward to come back into coaching. I had my first session back on Friday, which was good, but obviously because of the weather, lack of numbers, so it wasn't too much of like a first session back. It just felt kind of like not rushed, but you know, it's one of those where it's like once we start going back into the flow of things again, it's going to pick up again. So it wasn't a terrible session. It was quite a good session for the numbers that we had. Obviously, we want a couple more numbers because I coached the under 11s who are 9 aside, and I only had 5 players turn up to training, which is not great, but numbers will pick up as I've mentioned. Workouts are going pretty well. The GymShark challenge is going really well. As I mentioned, obviously today specifically wasn't the greatest of moods in terms of, again, I slept quite late yesterday editing a video, and uploaded videos on TikTok as well. Go check it out if you haven't already. So in terms of sleep, hasn't been great. So I'm kind of trying to wrap up everything by 9 p.m. ASAP. So by the time I finish this video, uploaded it would be 10, and I can just relax and then get to sleep early, wake up early, and then we can get into the work schedule proper. Any questions, guys? Let me know. Put it in the comments down below. Those of you who are watching, I appreciate all the 40 odd people, 30 odd people that are watching, taking the time to watch the video, and I genuinely appreciate that a lot, considering the amount of inconsistency I've had with this channel. Specifically, I've started, then I stopped, then I started, I stopped. So I think this challenge has definitely helped me to sort of be a bit more consistent, having only said it's only been 4 days. But even before that, like I was still uploading one video every couple days before the GymShark challenge. So I want to keep keep up with the uploads. And yeah, I think the moral of this video, or the main point of this video, is kind of emphasizing on the fact that every day isn't going to be the same. Like you're not going to be in the mood all the time. I know Lila Hormozi, if you check out her content, she's very, very good at her business content. She works very closely with Alex. She's married to Alex Hormozi, who I watch quite a bit in terms of how they operate in business, relationships, and things like that. Your mood is never going to be the same throughout. It's never going to be a constant. You're always going to be up and down. It's about your resilience and sort of going through the motions regardless of your mood, and just sticking to the plan, because eventually you will get there. In terms of my life update, currently my next week I've got well, not in person, it technically is in person, it's face to face, my last 2 days on the UEFA C licensed course. So once those 2 days are completed, as well as all the paperwork is submitted, fingers crossed, your boy will be a UEFA C license coached, which is a very UEFA C license coach, which has been in a long time waiting. I'll probably make a separate video explaining how I went about obtaining my UEFA C license course, and how where I started to where I've got to up until that point, because I'll be honest, it was a very, very long journey. Obviously, I've been coaching since end of 2022, so just over 2 years, 3 years. I did a volunteering experience in 2021, so I technically count that. Do I count that? No, not really. But I'll put it towards, let's say, just under 3 years of coaching. So, yeah, normally in summary, you do your level 1 online, you do your Playmaker. Again, the Playmaker's free. Your level 1 is £160 at that time. I think it's gone up by now. And then your UEFA C license, I applied twice. Rejected twice. I only got it on the third, so this is my third time applying, because the courses, like, they run out quickly. Like, people sign on to those as quick as possible. Once I've got this license though, the next plan would be obviously UEFA B. I know that's going to take a lot more than 3 years, but obviously now I'm in the coaching environment, in the right places at the right time. Fingers crossed, touch wood. No part to me, but I think all thanks to God for that. So once I've completed my UEFA C, that I have the minimum requirement to wait again would be an extra year, just so I consolidate all the knowledge that I need to, and then I'll probably look to. But for me, I want to acquire as much knowledge as I physically can, acquire as much experience as I possibly can, until I genuinely know, I'm certain that when I go through that UAFB, I'll 100% get it. It's one of those where it's a guarantee that I'll go through. Obviously, circumstances provided that obviously something might happen. Oh, excuse me. Something might happen and I won't be able to get it, but that's fine. But as long as I know I'm 100% prepared and ready for the UAFB, then that's fine. But at the moment, next week, hopefully by the end of January, I should be a UEFA C licensed coach, and then you'll probably see a bit more content. I'll kind of not pivot, but sort of focus even more on the content creation side, as well as keep the coaching brewing in the background, because the last 2 or 3 years, my focus has been getting these qualifications. And to be fair, getting the level 1 was perfect. It's now got me up to this point. Now the UEFA C is only going to propel me onto the next part, working towards the UEFA B, if that makes sense. But it has been a long journey. It has had a lot of ups and downs. In terms of the actual coaching itself, that's dealing with a lot of different people. Some good, some bad. Obviously, not going to name names, not going to call people out, because that's useless. There's no point in doing that. It's all learning experience for me. Like, you're going through life for the very first time. You're not going to meet everyone that is perfect for you the first time around. You're obviously going to meet people who are, like, you think are amazing, but you are obviously going to meet people that aren't also good for you either. It's a mix of both, but it's about navigating your way around it and sort of learn from it, move on, and just don't stop dwelling on past experience, if that makes sense. Just keep going forward. Whatever happens. There's only one person that writes, and that's God up there. Yeah, for me, I think, I tried to make this video short, but it's already gone up to 9 minutes 40. But yeah, for me, I think having faith in a higher power has helped me a lot, especially in certain moments in life where it gives you that extra bit of purpose and that extra self-belief. Again, it's that belief that you put in yourself, but I think not everything that happens to you happens for a reason, whether you like it or not. It's something that when you reach a certain point in time is when you understand why all these things prior happened to you. It's probably the best way I can put it. But yeah, I've gone off on a tangent somehow. I'm going to enjoy my protein shake. Literally just put 1 banana, milk, creatine, 2 scoops, it's like 6 grams, and then 2 scoops, 2 scoop or 1 scoop? No, 2 scoops of protein powder as well. So that's 40 grams of protein in here with milk and bananas. So I've probably coming up to like 45 grams of protein, creatine as well. So I'm looking to build on my physique. If you haven't checked that video out, go check it out. I'll make a YouTube short as well of what I posted on Instagram. All the links you'll see on the channel. My name's been Harry. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.